Hello again, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Matt Schifferly, and this is the Red Delta Project, helping you to be fit and live free by taking a fundamental approach to diet and exercise. Today's question on the table is, do you need to directly work your abdominals, crunches, sit-ups, leg raises, ab wheels, things like that? Or are exercises like farmer's carries, deadlifts, standing and overhead press work sufficient enough to build up your core strength and the coveted set of abdominal muscles? Now, I've been on both sides of this debate many times. There was certainly whole years at a time when I never did any direct ab work. And then there was times when I did a lot of direct ab work. And from that, I've learned there's three basic ways to answer this question. The first of which is, no, not really. You don't have to have it. The second one is, well, it depends, which is really the answer we almost always need to give when it comes to fitness advice, because it depends on your goals, the context, and your current level of physical conditioning. And the other answer is, well, absolutely. If you're not doing direct ab work, you are certainly missing out. And it kind of depends on a number of factors. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. When it comes to building a strong, stable, durable core, and I'm talking about everything here, yeah, you're gonna get plenty of that with the basic big compound movements of strength training. Deadlifts, overhead presses, push-ups, planks, things like that are certainly going to be adequate. So if that's all you really want is, I just need my core to be strong and durable so I can carry logs in a woods or something, then that should be pretty sufficient on its own. But if you're like, yeah, that's good, I want a strong core, I want to be able to take a blow to the breadbasket in martial arts, but come on, I want abs too. And if that's the case, direct abdominal training is certainly going to be more beneficial if you have it than if you didn't. And the reason for that is simple. Whenever we've got a muscle that is either lacking in strength or aesthetic development, going after and working that muscle more directly will certainly be more effective than doing big, general, holistic compound stuff and just hoping there's enough tension and intensity and effort being applied to the muscle. But I don't want to play the hope and guessing game, cross fingers kind of approach. I want to know that what I'm doing is working. So the direct ab training is going to be more efficient and effective even if you add one or two exercises into your routine. Because at the end of the day, aesthetically building up that muscular shape and size and stuff is, yes, you got to have your body fat levels low enough so abs are made in the kitchen and everything. But there's certainly plenty of skinny dudes out there who don't have abs. Or they were like me back in the day where it's like, okay, let me get the lighting just right, get the flex, and if I get the right pose and quick take the picture and maybe kind of have abs at that point. But if you want a muscle to pop, you want it to really have that shape and size, you need it to just get bigger. And it doesn't matter how lean you get, you need a bigger muscle to improve the size of the muscle bellies. And abs are no different. And don't make the mistakes that a lot of people make with abs where it's too much volume, too many exercises, and not nearly enough intensity. You're gonna build up your abs a lot faster if you're doing exercises that are much more intense, like ab rollouts, stretch outs on suspension straps, weighted leg raises, weighted sit-ups, things where you can get the muscle really sufficiently worked in no more, I'd say, than 15 reps. If you're doing 1,000 crunches a day, it's too easy. Move on to something much harder. You want to basically treat it like any other muscle. And if you're like, I want to build bigger biceps or quads or whatever, how would you train those muscles and then act accordingly when it comes to your abs? And no, you don't need 15 different exercises or a whole ab class or something. Just a few sets, a couple times a week, something intense like the stretch outs are always a favorite of mine and stuff. That should be sufficient to get that direct ab work if you're really trying to improve the aesthetic appeal and, yes, that holistic nature, because remember, even though we're directly working it, we're still integrating it with other muscles. We don't want to isolate, we want to integrate. So still use your hip flexors and your quads and your back and all the other things. We're just placing an emphasis on the abdominals, but not in isolation. So I do hope that gives you some more direction and focus in your training so you can get what you want as quickly and easily as possible. Check out these videos for some of my favorite abdominal exercises, including overcoming isometrics, which is one of the most direct and effective ways to work your abdominals. Thank you very much for watching. Do the things with the buttons if you find this helpful. Be fit and live free.